What about the situation of emphasis in terms of black coaches, not only in the NBA, but the NFL, where there are none?
You know, I left the Detroit Lions in the NFL in 1974. 1975, I became an automobile dealer. At the time I became a Ford dealer, there was only 16 Ford black dealerships in the country. There are no black vice presidents of Ford Motor Company. There are very few blacks in the top management of our largest corporations in America. There are no black coaches. There's no black general managers in professional football. What it is saying to us, and I find it very difficult to deal with it as a player. We can play, we can run, but we cannot coach. We cannot be general managers. The reason for that is that they don't think that we are smart enough or intelligent enough, all right, for them to put their multi-million-dollar club in our hands and for us to go out and perform, as the corporations don't feel that we're capable of doing it. And I say, you don't know if we're capable unless you give us an opportunity to prove, you know, that we're capable of doing. Now, K.C. Jones, I think, has done an outstanding job of coaching the Boston Celtics, but nobody really mentioned how good of a job of K.C. Jones have done with the Boston Celtics. You take Bill Russell; he was the only coach to coach two back-to-back NBA champions. No one talks about that. We're capable if given opportunity. But first of all we want is that opportunity. I was in Chicago a week ago last Friday with Reverend Jackson and Hank Aaron and Oscar Robertson and et cetera, where we had a fairness in sports conference there talking about this July 4th, you would say, awareness,
or protest, which is what they're looking
or whatever you want to call it. Is that when we talked about it, we had roundtables with some officials from the NBA and the National Football League and et cetera, talking about, you know, what are we going to do, how are we going to combat this problem that we have, and it is a problem that we have, because to me, I can't understand why they can continue to say, hey, we're going to question your intelligence. You know, we're not going to question your athletic ability, but we're going to question your intelligence by letting us have the forefront and being out there as coaches and general managers.
Now, as you suggested, Mr. Brown, there have been some black coaches, head coaches, in Major League Baseball, but they don't get the same return as the other coaches who have been in the league, where you see if one's fired, you know he's going to be picked up immediately, and then down the line become a head coach again.
Well, that's true. You know, it seemed like there's a brotherhood or something. You know, this manager get fired here, he'll be around. You know, take a Billy Martin case. How many teams have he's managed? And there's a lot of guys like him that's been around the horn, so to speak. But we don't seem to get that opportunity. I mean, you know, it takes a while to build a ball club, whether it's baseball, basketball, or football, or to get the kind of personnel that you want. You know, you take. When Sparky first came here, they gave him a 5-year contract. Well, he had 5 years to build a club, and he did win at the end of 5 years. But I mean, how many guys would get that opportunity, especially black? Now, if you don't do it right away, you're in problem. You got a big problem.